Ever go back to an old video and realize that the sound has been removed, putting you in a content violations problem? Yeah, I wish I could say I haven't. So the first video is now useless, but we're going to be talking about making pinecone syrup. I guess you could still read the captions on the original video, but you're not going to have any audio, just a heads up. So we've had the pinecones sitting in basically a simple syrup for a month or longer, not by much longer, and I'm going to call this experiment done, or as done as I'm going to let it be. So we're going to move on to the next step. Some of these I don't trust. You can see that doesn't look great, and I haven't even opened up the lid all the way and I can smell this. Smells very much like fermentation. Like, this smells, if I drank it, I would not be allowed to drive a vehicle. So I'm not gonna use these ones. Now, to compare, this one doesn't smell weird. It doesn't look weird. It just smells like a pinecone-ish smell. So this one I'm gonna keep and work with. Really quick, one thing that I thought was interesting, the Scots pine and the pinyon pine, they do smell different, so that's kind of cool. Alright, so I've divided out. We've got passable Scots pine, passable pinyon pine, questionable, and I didn't label that jar, it looks like pinyon pine, and then the two that I'm absolutely not going to touch with a 10-foot pole because they smell funky. So different things I've read online have said different things. Some have said to just keep letting this sit for months, like 1 month is a minimum, and you can just use the syrup that's in here directly. Others have said, you know, just let it sit the 1 month, that's enough time, and then cook it down. So we're gonna cook it down. So I wasn't sure if I should drain this first and then put it in, or just put it in whole. I've decided I'm gonna go ahead and put this in whole. So this is the Scots pine cones in maple syrup, maple sugar, which is not the same thing as maple syrup. And we're just going to put this in whole, cook it down a little bit, and then I'm going to strain it afterward. So I've just set this to a low heat. Keep in mind, I've never done this before. I just am going off of what I've read online. I don't know how this is going to turn out. So I've got it up to a pretty rapid simmer. I'm going to reduce it just a little bit to make it a lower simmer. I'm going to cook this for at least a few minutes. This, I'm hoping, will also kill any bacteria that could have grown in here, just in case as an extra safety caution. Again, because I've never done this before, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, so we cooked it down a bit, we let it cool. Now just gonna dump everything right in there to strain it. So you're going to notice this one isn't much. This was a smaller batch compared to the other ones, but this is more about an experimentation, not about getting a huge output, because I've never done this before. I don't even know if it'll come out right or if I'll like it. If you're curious like me and you're wondering if those are edible, I just tried biting into one of the pinecone pieces, and flavor-wise, it was really good. It's piney and sugary, but these are all really woody, so not going to do that again. I just threw those away, and now I'm thinking, you know what, I could have probably used those to like flavor tea or something, like just put them in. Anyway, this is what we're left with. It's definitely got the right viscosity that I'm looking for, like more of a syrupy kind of texture, so let's try it. We're just gonna eat this like it's honey. It's more liquidy than honey, but... Oh! So it's really good. It's pine sugar. It's piney, it's sugary. I'm not going to double dip the spoon because I want to be able to share this. I like this. So if you're looking for like a piney maple syrup, this is supposed to be good. Supposed to be good, or high in vitamin C. It's good for like coughs and such. You can add it to teas. I've read that you can use it as a glaze for meat. I would be careful because sugar burns really quickly, and so I wouldn't add that till the end of your recipe. Yeah, this worked. Also, this just looks really pretty. Again, it's almost like honey, but more liquidy. So hopefully I've made my Italian ancestors proud with this one.